Some time ago, I posted my new drawing on my social media platforms, and I asked you guys what do you feel or think when looking at it without me revealing the title of the drawing. So I just wanted to see what other people think just by looking at the artwork without any what the artist wanted us to think about it, because that's what I noticed when looking at modern art. A lot of the artworks need to have like a very long description on what is going on in the piece instead of the artwork just presenting the ideas itself. And some concepts might be harder or easier to achieve, but when it comes to my art, I don't really want to push any ideas or agendas with my artworks. I believe art should be interpreted however someone wants to. So to me, the titles or what I wanted to portray in my art, like it is for me, but when someone looks at a visual piece of media, it's not really my intention to let them know, oh, you need to think like this or like that. Oh, this is the correct way to interpret the drawing. Like, no, I just want to draw whatever I want to draw, and then whatever sparks the inspiration within another person or whatever feelings it might evoke, that's up to them, for me at least. So I like to read about others' opinions, others' thoughts. If you would like to share your own interpretation in the comments, please do so. I will reveal my inspiration behind this drawing like later on in the video, but I also wanted to share all of the comments that I got, and I got quite a few of them, and I love every single one. So I will read out a few of them, and then I will just tell you what inspired me. And also another thing, actually, my mom said that the drawing is quite, let's say, depressing, and that I also made a video that all of the art nowadays, or maybe not all, but a lot of artworks nowadays are very depressing and not very uplifting. So to me, there is a difference between a depressive artwork and like a melancholic type of artwork. Personally, I really love melancholic type of art. It's not too much of a depression. It is just like a sprinkle of depression, but usually the melancholic art is more, um, how to say it, there is beauty in the melancholic art. And when someone just does the like depressive kind of art, usually it is about they usually want to evoke those very negative emotions. And to me, like I said, my artworks, I mean, you can interpret them however you want. Maybe they are a little bit melancholic sometimes, but you can just make up a story if you want. I don't mind. And with all of those like very depressive artworks, and I'm talking about the museum or modern art kind of large artworks that, let's say, the artist wanted to picture just depression, and you see like a whole, I don't know, like a vomit on the whole wall or something like that. It's like, I don't really want to look at it, but if that makes you happy and a better artist, then yeah, go ahead. But I would rather have like a melancholic type of artwork that depicts let's say depression or sadness, rather than all of those artworks that just want to make you more like depressed. I don't know. It's a difficult topic, I guess. The first one from Lily. So many feelings came to my mind. Her heart that she gave away and ended up being hurt, either by a friend or a lover, bleeding so much because she was used, her innocence ruined. Not sure what it is, but truly a thought-provoking piece. The next one we have from Becca, echoing my own bleeding heart, painful but powerful. Then we have another one from Tech, the pain of realization that you lost something or someone very dear. Another one from my friend Claudia, being drowned above the surface. And a few YouTube comments from Natalie. How I feel right now, not heartbroken because of failed relationship, but about what people are capable of these days. And from someone else, a burden that she cannot handle. So as you can see, a lot of different opinions, a lot of different ideas, and I really love all of them. Some of them are like more poetic, some of them are like just the feelings, because like there is no right or wrong way to look at the drawing. And what inspired me, well, something very simple. There is like a tea shop in the city center where my mom and I went to just to buy some more interesting flavors of tea. And what I loved about the place is they had a lot of names for the different like mixes of teas, and all of them had like a very original and poetic vibe. Um, so the tea that I bought that was called Jesienne Szepty, which translates to autumn whispers, and it is just like a black tea with some, I don't know, flowers and something like that. So it's a mix. Uh, but yeah, the tea was called Autumn Whispers, and then when I was talking to my mom on the phone, I was like, oh, I wish I could just live off of love and autumn whispers. And I was like, that's actually a great title of a painting. Like it is very poetic, but at the same time, it's kind of common, or that it depicts like a daily life because of the tea. So that was the inspiration, and then the hardest things to draw are emotions. So that's why I think a lot of artists just depict depression and all of this in like a very growth way. I was thinking of, okay, how do I depict like the lack of love that I would like to have and just live of love and the tea, the autumn whispers. So I found this reference photo of the girl in water. So that's why I thought it would be like a good reference photo for this particular drawing, since I'm like the inspiration is tea, so there needs to be water. So here we have the girl in water. We need to have something that would depict the lack of love, but also like love in a way. So that's why the like bleeding heart, or like the lack of heart, or however you want to interpret her chest. And then I also put in like a texture of autumn leaves on the photo, on the drawing, but it is very subtle, so you can't really see a lot unless you zoom in because of the autumn whispers, so I didn't want the texture to be too visible, but just a little bit. Like I said in my previous video about inspiration, you can find inspiration anywhere and everywhere, so sometimes it is very random for me. But yeah, a lot of my drawings are not very deep. I just like to draw weird things sometimes. And that's it. What the artist wanted to tell you, just interpret the artwork however you want.